So being in KCB, I got a friend of mine. I made friends with a colleague of mine. We're still friends up to date. She used to do like really good makeup. She still does that up until today. So she's one who introduced me to, like, now that original products and all that. She used to use, mostly she would use black opal at the time when I met her. Yeah, she would use that, and slowly that's how I started, like, like buying now whatever, because I remember my first foundation that I used was black opal. My shade is hazelnut. That's the first foundation I ever used, when black opal used to have the nini, because the one I used to use was black opal, even through the one in a tube, and then it was black. Kitambo, it used to be black, not like now when it's they rebranded to gray ones. So that is how I started discovering about good makeup, like original products, like learning products, products besides just using powder and an eyebrow pencil on yourself, and also a lipstick. So I discovered the foundation and using a brown pencil for your eyebrows. So fast forward now to 2016, one of my colleagues just walks into the, like, on that day she came, and then she was like, but hey guys, Makeup by Rose is she's having an offer for makeup, because she trains people, so she's having an offer. And I'm like, who is Makeup by Rose? I did not know kuna kwanga na makeup school. So she opens up her page on Facebook, because I remember at the time she used to have her Facebook page is really active. Even today that page is so active. So she opens up her Makeup by Rose's page, and then she shows me about the offers, about the makeup, makeup look that Makeup by Rose creates and all that. And like nikaanza kukua na hiyo feeling ya I would want to do this. I would want to know how to, like, do makeup on myself na inatoka this. But I didn't think I wanted to learn to do that on other people. I just wanted to learn how to do that on myself. So my friend tells me this, and I'm like, so why not? So we sneak out of work, because her Makeup by Rose at the time, she used to be at View Park Towers in town, and I used to work at Anniversary Towers, Nauko, those sides of not Uhuru Highway, University Way. Yes, that was where I used to work at KCB. That brand that is there. We go to Makeup by Rose, and we met these two ladies who were there at the time. Like, they were assistants or something at her studio, makeup studio. So once we got there, we talked to her. They explained to us about what the programs entail. They normally have 2 classes. At the time, they had 2 classes. They had professional makeup training and one-on-one makeup training. They explained to us the difference, and then after that, I remember Rose came in while we were still there, and then she also, like, expounded more on about the training. So once we were clear about like what the training involved and the amount, at the time the offer was 20. She used to professional was 40. Then now with the offer, they had like, it was like 50% off, so it was 20k, and then this other one was going for, I think, 5,000. Yeah, because personal used to go for 10,000, or was it 25? It used to go for 5,000, and then it was now 25. I really can't remember well. Yeah. So sisi ndio hao tukarudi job, and then now after that, as in sasa, in my head, like, when I get, I don't know, when I get like a key idea of something, like I get a new idea, or like I'm excited about something, it's always stuck on my head. Like, it is all I'm going to be thinking about. Itashinda kwa kichwa. Like, even sleeping is always a problem. Like, I just, like, keep visualizing it. I even see myself in that, like, as a makeup artist, or I have my own business and all that. So ilifanya nikuwe like I just had sleepless night like thinking about it, and then I said let me look for the money, and then because there was a time period of how long the offer was gonna last for, so I had to look for money quick so that I could pay for it and then start training. So I hadn't made my mind up about what I wanted. Personally, I didn't think I was gonna do professional. Yeah. So after that, nikapata pesa, and then peer pressure, because my colleague was like, "Ati, let's just do professional, because with professional you can do it as a side hustle, ukitengeneza watu on the side and then make money while still working. You make money over the weekends, and then during now you still get your KCB pay, but also make some extra income on the side." Yeah, because most jobs now would have to take them during the weekend. So Nico like, okay, so fine. That seems like a good idea. I mean, who do I want an extra income? So me and her started doing the training. We would sneak out of work. I don't know if my branch manager is gonna watch this, or my bosses from my former job, but yes, we used to sneak out of work during lunch hour or tea breaks. Tunaenda tunasoma kitu kidogo, like kama tutaenda tufundishwe kufanya eyebrows, alafu the next day itakuwa tufundishwe brushes, the next day tunafundishwa kudo makeup, I mean eyeshadow. You see, like we used to go like tunaenda tu like tukisneak, and then sasa over the weekend, now that is when now we had a lot of time to just go and like do makeup like vizuri, like on weekends, kwa sababu we don't have after work. We used to work from 8:30 to 12. So after that, you'd go to Makeup by Rose's studio and just practice until ile time utataka kutoka, and then that's it. So we would utilize our time during, as in that's how we used to utilize our time so that we could finish the training. The training used to take used to go for 1 month, but because us guys were still employed, it took long. I think it took like 2 or 3 months to finish, because you see, as in when tunafanya hivyo kidogo kidogo, and professional training is a lot, because you also have there's a point where it reaches you have to come in with someone, or like a model, a friend or someone, you try and practice to do makeup on them. So like it took quite some time. So okay, I even stopped doing my makeup. So tuliendelea hivyo, and then once we were done with the training and then we got our certificate. Now I didn't get clients like a tip-up like that, you know, like I didn't even know like nitaanzia wapi like sasa kwanza kutafuta makeup. But when we were at Makeup by Rose, she always used to like if she has a gig, like because she has a lot of events and she's involved in so much, she would like, if you're free, she would ask you if you want to go and do makeup there. She gives you her kit, you go with her kit, and then just go and do makeup on whoever it was. Like she had exposed us to so much, so I was confident I was gonna start getting clients, like, but let me tell you guys, no one should lie to you, like it's tough. So I didn't get a job, I didn't get my first client that easily, like it didn't come that quick. But the first time I did my makeup on a client, this colleague of mine, she got her first bridal client, and she was like she needs me to go help her out, like, you know, like it would be actually a good like exposure for me, so that I can know how to handle myself during like a bridal clients and all that. Like I felt like that was really nice. So every time she had a job, like she would get like clients, she would always ask me to tag along with her so that we can go and do makeup on the brides and also the bridesmaids. From there, after like we did 1 or 2, like I think we did 2 or 3 jobs together with her. That's when now I started getting, like, I got my first client from one of the bridesmaids that we did. That's how I got my first client. One of the bridesmaids that I did makeup on was having a wedding, and she told me she's gonna book me for my for her wedding, for her bridal makeup. Yo, I didn't have to, I did my kits, and what? I didn't have products. So she's the first one. I borrowed her product to go do makeup on the clients. those photos are on my page, on my Glamber Boy page. If you haven't, if you don't follow me on that page, kindly go and follow the page. You're gonna see the, like, if you scroll down, that client, the photos of that client is still there, and I look back at that photo and the makeup I did on them and how I do makeup nowadays, and I'm like, akisiaminingi walinilipa for that job, because I feel like it didn't look like I did a very good job, but at the time, like, they were so happy, and you know, like, the job was so good, like, I loved how it turned out. But I look back and I'm like, hey, nime grow bad. Like, I've grown from how I used to do makeup back then and how I do it right now. So if you can go and check my page out, you're gonna see, like, there's a difference from when I did makeup on them first, and then my recent photos on the page on how I do makeup nowadays. Like, where, hey, it's been a journey, trust you me, it's been a journey. But now 2017, that is when now I, like, decided I wanna quit my job. Na by the way, na quit job na hata si ati niko ati I've built my client base ama nini, like, najua kwenye my rent is gonna come from, and rent, food, nini, like, where the money for paying all my bills is gonna come from. I just wanted to quit my job because by this time, okay, and it's not because of the makeup thingy, as in because I had something else to do, but it's because I was getting frustrated at work because they just kept I was on a contract when I got employed. I was on a contract with KCB, and they keep changing your contract, and then they just, like, they don't care about you. They just introduce something new, and they just don't care about how, as in, and they you know, like, they change contract and then they want you to deliver. Like, kufanya sales by say it's hard, by say what. So me, I was like, by say, I'm not gonna quit, I'm just gonna quit this job. So I remember when I quit my job, how my branch manager was so, like, she didn't, like, nilienda hiyo siku, I taken some nini sick off here 4 days, and then after that, after now the 4 days after zimeisha, I went back to work, and when I went back to work that day, like, your time, the period, the 4 days when I was away from work, I had made up my mind, like, they say this is it, because I tried doing it the first time, and when a friend of mine found me doing it, like, typing, like, I always had that template of, you know, the letter. I just had to just change the date and all that, and just send off my name, and that was it. That time when my colleague found me doing that, she told me not to do this, like, hakuna kwenye naenda, like, I can't quit na nini. So see, I didn't quit, as in, at the time. So I just sticked around, and then sasa after 4 days sick off, when nilirudi, that morning, the first thing I went and did, I remember that day, the first thing I went and did that day was I wrote down the letter. I changed the date, printed it out, nika sign, na nika walked straight to my branch manager's office, and I told her, I'm giving you my notice for resignation. And she was like, what? Brie, why do you want to quit? And then she started telling me she had a feeling, I don't know, she had a feeling I'm gonna do this because of the 4 days I had taken off. Because seriously, I wasn't sick, it was just like, I'm just tired with work. I just wanted some 4 days to myself, so I lied, I was sick, and yeah. So see, after now, I gave her the letter, and then she was like, she's not gonna sign it, and she's not gonna hand it in case I change my mind. And I was like, me, I've made up my mind. If you want to send it, she doesn't. You me, I've just made up my mind. I'm quitting this job. She even took it to the operations manager, and he was like, I am gonna hold on to this. He held on to that letter for, I think, 1.5 weeks or 2. Like, hakuwa na minister ati nataka quit, but me, as long as nilikuwa nisha sign, nilikuwa ni date imeandikwa hapo hivyo, I didn't fucking care. I was like, if you guys want to stick with that letter, she does you. Yeah, and then it happened. Like, that's how I just decided to just quit my job, like, just like that. And I'm that person, when I've made up my mind, I'm very whatever. When I make up my mind, that is it. Me, there's no changing my mind about something. So my mind was made up, and like, that was final. I quit by the letter, that was in April, and then I quit, I think, by the end of the month. I quit on 3rd May. Yes, 3rd May that was my last, like, no, my last day was, I think, 2nd, and then now from 3rd is when 3rd was my last day, and then now from 3rd I wasn't going to be an employee in KCB anymore. So So once I did that, once I quit my job, I never told my parents I did that. I never told them I quit my job. For 3 months, they knew I was working. For 3 fucking months, they knew I was working. And from May up until, was it in September? I think, no, it's not even 3 months. I think for 4 months, yeah. I said for 4 months, and after 4 months, that's when I told them about it. Something happened. I was just frustrated because nobody had told me, nobody had prepared me for that, for the do, and getting clients is a hard thing to do. And then I quit my job during a period where, like, your period, that period in Akwanga's low season, so not so many weddings happen during that time, because most weddings are either in April, most of them are April, and then September is also a nice season for weddings, and now December, like from September all the way through December, there are many gigs or wedding gigs and all that. So they just knew I was still working at KCB, and then I don't know what happened. I can't really remember. I can't remember exactly what happened for them now to find out that I don't work. Like, I don't know how that ended up, like me ended up telling them. But at the time when I told them, I was really going through a really deep, really bad type of depression, kinda. I don't know. Yeah, I was going through I was in a, like, mentally I wasn't okay, because quitting my job, I didn't have like a clear plan of yeah, fine, I'm gonna be a full-time makeup artist, but sikuwa na clear plan of where I'm gonna get clients and all that. You see, like, it just fucked me up so badly. I tell them that I remember that night, it was so late by 3, and me and my parents don't talk so that late. So I just broke down in tears and told my mom how I quit my job, and I've been wondering how I was going to tell them. And I've been trying to, like, now do makeup on a full-time basis. Yo, what, she didn't even see it coming. Like what? Alafu umekuwa ukifanya nini all this time? Uliquit lini? Like, the 1,000 questions she asked, my god. Na huku, like, I'm just tearing up. I felt like, as in, I remember, I don't know what she told me, and then I'm like, I don't even feel like God is always on my side. I don't know. There's a way I put that, a statement about God, and she was so mad. And then I think that's when I even broke in tears, because after me, I felt bad, like I said that about God. And my mom started preaching and telling me how it's not good to say that about God. It's supposed to be positive and have your faith should be stronger. Like, believe in God. Things are gonna go the right way. Like, moms, how moms are. So that's how our conversation went. So she tells my dad about it. My dad wasn't at home, but I remember my dad also called me ati nini nasikia ati uliquit KCB. Eh? Like, you just quit a good bank like that. Like, to them, like, KCB is a good employer. Like, how would you just quit working at a bank and just decide you're gonna work, you're gonna become a makeup artist, you're gonna get into business? I love for them, like, my parents are not, they're old, they're 60 this year. Yeah, they're turning 60 this year. Alafu, they are those like African parents who grew up knowing, like, they don't know anything to do with business and all that. So to them, you're supposed to get out of school, and then after you get out of school, apply for a job and then get employed. Like, you're supposed to get employed. So they've been employed for so long. I think they've been employed for more than 30 years by now. Yeah. So they didn't understand that. And let me tell you, by the end of that week, I remember I think that was on a Tuesday or Wednesday. That's when we had that conversation with them. And then on Saturday, they call me and tell me ati tuko na way to Nairobi. Like, because bado wako wanaamini, like, uliquit hadi job. They came, and then I even stopped doing my makeup, guys. So they came, and then we had the discussion. We talked, nini. I kind of felt nice actually, because they didn't take it like ile like ati this walianza kunigombeza, or like I feel like they took it a bit well than I expected. I even thought I should have even told them earlier when I quit. Although I lied, I've still lied up until today. They still think I quit my job in October actually, of which I quit in May, but hadi wa leo wanajuanga niliquit October, because aki nilikuwa naogopa kuambia venye niliquit kutoka May up until October, and you're telling us now, like, after we had that discussion with them, and then they told me like of course they were gonna still continue supporting me, like paying my bills here and there, up until when I'm able to like now start, like when my business is gonna start being able to like pay me back, as in, and I'm able now to start like catering for my needs and all that. I was happy about that, because that could have gone a different way. Yeah. And that's how I ended up being a makeup artist. And ever since, they've been very supportive. By say, if I need like my mom gets me clients. There are times she's marketed me being a makeup artist to her friends. Like she refers me to clients, by say, like, and she follows up. Like if there's a wedding, one of her friends' daughters or son is doing a wedding, my mom called me ananiambia, you know what, nilienda nikaongea about nikasema unafanyanga makeup, so kama wanataka makeup artist they should call you, and I give them their number, so utanieleza kama wamekupigia ama wajapiga, so that she can follow it up, as in, like amekuwa so supportive. Yani, hey, I didn't ever think I would get here. Like I thought no, actually I didn't think I would. Okay, for some reason I think it's because they've always been supportive. Like it's then the type of my parents are the type of parents that they always like want to see the best in us, so they always support you. Hata ukakuwa na some stupid silly idea, mkishaka now alafu you convince them and tell them this and this and this and this. Imagine they always go like they always go all out for us, as in, and I felt like, yo, I love my mom and dad. Anyway, so this is not about them. So I feel like I should end this here, because I feel like I've done my makeup. I've already done my makeup. There's nothing else I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna put lashes, because like I told you guys, I just did this to like so that we can talk as I do my makeup, as in I do something, because I didn't want to just sit down and just talk to you guys. So I'll talk more about how being a makeup artist in Kenya has been. Like I feel like that is a whole nother discussion, and the lessons and the mistakes I've done, my experiences being a full-time makeup artist. Wait, a full-time freelance makeup artist, because then being a freelancer is also another thing. Like I need to tell you guys how that my experiences have been. I have a lot to talk about that, because hey, this industry, I've had it all. Like I've had good people and bad people like come into my life through this job, and it's not been easy. Like it has not really been easy. Hata mkionanga nikiweka photos huko, like ati I'm working on a client, or I've posted photos or content about something I'm doing, behind the scenes kuna kuanga na so much going on, and yeah, I'll share about that in my next one. So with that said, I hope you loved this video. I hope you loved watching this story time of mine. I told you, I warned you guys, I'm not a good storyteller when I was beginning the video. So if you're still watching this, thank you so for watching this, and I love you all so much. Let me know if you love this type of video, so that I can be doing more of these videos from time to time. And come on, just subscribe, hit that subscribe button, also hit the notification bell to get notified every time I put up a new post. And what else? I'm gonna list the list of products that I used. I think I mentioned that in the beginning of the video, so I'm gonna list that down in the description box if you need to know what products I've used on my face. Until my next one, I love you all so much. Bye.